Namaste, peace, love, and light. Welcome to Powerhouse Tarot. I'm Energy. Welcome in, everybody. All right. So, as promised, this is the pick a card. Okay. This is the pick a card. This is the third and final card for the pick a card. That last little one, that was a debacle. Again, I don't even know if I apologized the first time, but let me just apologize for it not being all in one video. But this is the final card for the pick a card. Card 3. Okay. And on that card, the message is give and receive. Love it. Give and receive, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and grab these messages for this card. Spirit. Thank you, Divine Holy Spirit. Connect me to the messages for those of us that picked card 3. Connect me to the messages for all that picked card 3. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Okay. Hermit. King of Wands in reverse. 6 of Cups. 7 of Swords energy. Give and receive, huh? How's that give and receive right there? 6 of Cups. Need some of that. Sort of energy with that. Hierophant. What's this? 10 of Cups. That might be some of what you're receiving as well. Here, those of us that pick card 3. And the 2 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles. 7 Card 3. One more message. Thank you, Spirit. And bottom of the deck is in the 3 of Swords in reverse. And the 8 of Cups. All right. Oh, this actually looks interesting. Okay, so here we go, right? The messages I'm getting for this card, give and receive, those of us that pick card 3, this is for the most part, us giving and receiving something here at this time. I feel like we're learning that sort of there needs to be a balance. There needs to be sort of reciprocity, right? Between everything. And I feel like the reciprocity is different because it's not like a monetary, so to speak, give back sort of thing. It's like a give and receive, through things that maybe money can't buy, right? Is kind of the vibes I'm getting. Is really the vibes that I'm getting. Because sometimes money it can buy things, but it can't buy everything. And I feel like one of those things will be given is something that money can't buy at this time. Now, with the 7 of Swords, it's time for us to let something go. Okay, and perhaps for the most part, this really could have been like a mindset that was holding us back for the most part, I'm hearing. And I feel like somebody could have, deceived someone. At the same time, those of us who picked card 3, this was about deception of some sort. It was just underhanded. It was just something that was tricky. It was deceitful. You know what I'm saying? Like lies. Something here that could have happened in a situation where I feel like it could bring difficulty for those of us who pick card 3, and being able to give and receive, right? Because maybe you were deceived by something. I feel like kind of moving away from that energy of feeling like you're being deceived out of something, but more so realizing that this is a blessing that was meant for you at this time, right? With the Seven of Swords. Now, I'm getting with the Six of Cups, there's something possibly from the past that's coming back up, right? With the Seven of Cups, sort of energy. So this could be like an ex-lover, a possible friend. Um, but for the most part, this is just returning to your roots, you know, sharing gifts, sharing, you know, for me, you know. And so this reminds me, like, you know, those of us that pick card 3, we're like returning to that childlike energy of where, you know, remember when you were a kid and you just shared and just gave things freely and you didn't think of, well, if they had anything to value or give you back, you shared, right? I feel like it's us getting as a collective here that pick card 3 back into that energy of just being like that, you know, because it is going to amplify our energy of abundance that's within us right now, you know, or that's around us, right? To give and receive, right? And so it's like we're returning to roots, you know. So this doesn't necessarily have to be somebody from your past returning, though it can be. This could also be, you know, us, like I was saying with that, returning back to that childlike nature, you know, for the most part. Now the King of Wands came in and reverse is, I never feel like an energy is bad, you know, per se, right? I mostly feel like energies are fluid, you know, they're they're changeable, you know. But there was something here that happened with those of us that picked card 3, and there were someone that did lie and did show some sort of deviousness, you know what I'm saying? I feel like for the most part though too, it's like an energy that could have been just like really focused on themselves. This could be you or somebody you were dealing with. But for those of us that pick card 3, it's like a energy of selfishness and like really looking out for yourself. And so at this time, that's why they telling you like go back to your roots of where generosity began, because somewhere along those that timeline, right? You learn selfishness. You learn how to be the King of Wands. And so how to transmute your King of Wands in reverse. Because the King of Wands in reverse is very greedy. You know what I'm saying? And very self-serving and just, you know what I'm saying, only care about like really what the fuck they got going on. So you gotta go back into where the disconnect was within us, right? So that King of Wands upside down is our message right here. You know, in order for us to change that, if, like I said, if this is within you, or whether it be you or somebody that you close to, right? You know, that's how we're going to get to changing that behavior. You know what I'm saying? By going back to our roots and realizing like who we truly are, right? You're not the little kid that you were, but that kid part of you still exists. We still had to honor that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not okay for us to go through a situation and let that traumatically affect how we move forward with life and experience life. And so, in turn, giving us afflictions like stinginess or an inability to receive, sometimes overly giving, you know, either way, you know what I'm saying? They want you to have a balance with it. They want you to have a pure balance with it. Okay. So here with the Hermit energy, okay, we're talking about going within as a collective for those of us that picked card 3, you know, going within to spirit, to the soul. You know, what does the soul need from us right now? You know, what do you need from us, spirit? Okay. How can we be of service to you at this time? Okay. I feel like we're definitely on this soul searching journey, finding this inner guidance within ourselves. And again, the soul just brings us back to that child and who we always were and who we always will be, you know, for the most part, though physically, you grow, right? And you do grow mentally and in other areas as well, so, but that there's still that energy of the child within us that will always exist. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you have to honor all aspects of the person, all parts of us, and I feel like that's where the balance, that the soul, when you're searching and you're looking for that, where you're able to find that guidance there in the solitude. Some of us is just getting, a little solitude at this time to kind of reflect and bring forth some sort of understanding here for the situation with the Two of Pentacles. This is us making a very important choice when it comes to earthly sustenance, because now what the knowledge that we have, right, it's going to be different for those of us that pick pile 3. We're realizing that we're more than just the things on earth, because without us, these things wouldn't exist. So we're creating the balance that we need and that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? Overall, this is what the message is. We are the balance. So actually, this is a really good message for those of us that pick card 3. Because we're learning how to balance ourselves now at this time. Okay, this talks about Libra energy. Excuse me. Virgo. It could be like a possible Libra that some of you guys, or the sign of Libra, that would help you focus on balance at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like aspects of Libra. If you listen, I'm gonna say it like this. Where everybody has all 12 zodiacs, whether you know it or not. We're all 12 zodiacs. It's just what we are. Now, when you get a natal chart, it precisely breaks down who you are on a more direct level, right? But just think of it like this. Everybody has Libra in them, right? So knowing that, it's like connect to your Libra within you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very balanced aspect of you. You know what I'm saying? And it knows how to balance the roles and the things that you have to take care of, right? Knows how to delegate, and that, I feel like that's really the overall energy when it comes to us here that pick card 3, in order to give and receive, and I also feel like it's some sort of like I wanted to say Neptunian energy, but I could be wrong. I feel like that might be Uranus, but I'm gonna leave that comment out. So with the Chariot, or the Hierophant, excuse me, this is like us going into that repose of becoming like a student and just relearning some things about ourselves, parts of us, aspects of us that maybe we thought we learned that about ourselves, but we're learning that no, actually there's more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just this simplistic, you're really defining who the fuck you are at this time, and whatever traditions and whatever cultures, and you're really forming that, you're in that energy. And so when you get alone and get that solitude time, you know, to really reflect and connect to your soul, right? It gives you great wisdom when you go into this Hierophant energy, because you're able to sort of shift and change up sort of some of the traditions and the way that you've always done things in your life, right? Um, so you get to actually create. Hierophant is a really good energy, and mixed with the Hermit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're really beautiful. I love it, right? And the Two of Pentacles, like, oh, bless. I'm telling you, this is some dope ass energy. Those of us that pick card 3, you know, at the end of the day, nobody's perfect, right? King of Wands in reverse. No one's perfect. And you're not expected to be. You know what I'm saying? I think that the overall here for card 3, you know, is that sometimes you realize that, I don't know who the fuck this was. I think it was card 2 or card 1. Anyway, one of them, I kind of said the same message, like how it's about embracing all aspects of us. It's not just about embracing the light and the quote unquote what the world would see as a good trait or good aspects, right? It's not about just embracing those things, right? We have to embrace all parts of us, because if you can't see that and love that in what you see in the mirror, then you'll deny it and you'll harm it, when in all actuality it's a part of you. It's you. So we have to embrace it, okay, in order to give and receive truly in its true flow, because that's abundance right there, right? Okay, so next message out is in the 10 of cups, but it's coming in reverse. It's like it's an inner peace, but it's like it's still seeking a part of that. And I want you to know that the only thing that's missing, in which that has this 10 of cups in reverse, is because it could be perspective for the most part for a lot of people that pick card 3. It's so much to do with perspective and how you see things. Because you're in this place of inner peace, you're flowing, so doing what it's supposed to do, helping you connect, do what you need to do. The physical, doing what it needs to do, yes. And so everything's in flow, perfect harmony, creating inner peace. However, I feel like it's not until we kind of, for those of us that pick card 3, get real solitude, get a real moment to ourselves, that we really figure this out. Like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And you have that epiphany moment where you realize, actually, this isn't, I thought I wasn't in inner peace. No. This is inner peace. You know what I'm saying? Kind of epiphany moment for us, those of us that pick card 3, right? So keep that in mind, okay? The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you're walking away from lack. So anything that was taken away, anything that was taken away from you, or some sort of loss at this time, it's going to be coming and flowing back to you, because you found the balance. So I want you to know, those of y'all that pick card 3, we really looking nice, really, really nice, because the energy, it's there. And I'm telling you, just get a little bit of alone time, a little bit of solitude, and you'll see what Spirit's been trying to show you and tell you. Okay? Don't miss out on that time, because you need the reflection to give you better clarity. Okay? The Hermit, when you get still, you get more clarity. Okay? So yeah, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This is us walking away from whatever that might have took things away, or where we couldn't have something because it wasn't attracting to us. You know what I'm saying? Any sort of lack, any sort of whatever, right? That now not being our situation. We've walked away from poverty at this time. You know, we've walked away from unemployment. Some of us are finding out how to be self-employed. Some of us are finding out how to be employed just in different avenues that we've never seen ourselves being this capable. So kudos to us, okay? This is us turning away from frustration and adversity, okay? Because we're on this spiritual awareness journey at this time. So I want us to all be very mindful that pick card 3, that in this giving and receiving process, there's such a huge lesson that we're learning, you know, and it's through the self, you know, that we're learning this, because it brings us so much spiritual awareness where it restores our faith, you know. And I'm just proud of where we are as a collective, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've grown so much, and I'm just truly happy, okay, for all of the progress that we're all just making right now, for those of us especially that picked card 3. Final messages in the Two of Wands. This is definitely going to be about choices right now. Some of us, I feel like we're about to make some really tough choices, difficult decisions. However, I feel like we have more insight about something. I feel like we know better now. You know what I'm saying? How to do something. And I feel like with whatever two paths we have, you know, I feel like it's always going to feel like it's greener on the other side. It's always going to feel like that grass is greener. So even if you pick whatever path, remember that. And then use that as your marker to say, this is when I'm going to be grateful. Because the moment that you start even looking over there at that grass, it's kind of where you fucked up, okay? And it's kind of when spirit is going to be nudging you in the bum. Like, hey, let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? Let's get aware of what we're experiencing and why we're looking outside of ourselves for what we already have within. You know what I'm saying? So, and why are we comparing, and what is this, right? So it's kind of the self-discovery with the Two of Wands, which is a beautiful energy to kind of leave us in for those of us that pick card 3, because it's like, no matter what, you know that that's out there, right? You know, it's like, it's always going to feel like that, and it's supposed to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it keeps you alive. It keeps you going. You know what I'm saying? And you can really start to experience the beauty of what you have versus what you see others having, you know, and we have to start doing that before we can find some sort of peace and inner fucking happiness. 10 of Cups. Okay? Big messages for those of us that picked card 3, you know, finding that inner peace and that inner tranquility, because that's what we really need, and that's what the soul is calling for here with this spread. I love you guys so much, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, seriously, like, we're all doing it, you know, trying to learn how to give, trying to learn how to receive, right? And it takes us through quite the process. I'm not going to hold you. Not an easy thing. You know what I'm saying? On some real-ish, for reals. But let's get any, let's get any abundance messages that we can get for those of us that pick card 3. Let's get abundance messages. Card 3. Okay, let's see. It's safe for you to receive. Oh my God. Of course that card comes out. Give and receive. Of course that card comes out. It's safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. It's safe for you to receive. Some of you guys also may struggle, like I said, with not just necessarily, you probably a big giver, But now you have to learn how to be a big receiver. You know what I'm saying? So big messages for people that pick card 3. For real. Now you're going to have to, you've been given a lot. So now you're going to have to start learning how it feels to be receiving things on that end. Because y'all been turning stuff down and those were blessings. Okay? Come on now. Come on. Card 3, abundance messages. Come on. Positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the door to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Don't allow negative energy and temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you're on. Keep the faith and keep going. Ooh, talk that spirit. Thank you. Raise a promotion. Somebody about to get one. Okay. Congratulations. The increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Okay. Ow. Go pile 3, card 3. Let's get y'all romance messages on. What's going on? Card 3, romance. They ain't got no romance. What's up with their romance? Hit me with the romance. Okay, that card was express your love. This one is playfulness. It fell on the floor. I'll go get it after the reading. Getting to know each other. So these are your romance messages. Okay, y'all see separation is here for somebody. Card 3. Free yourself. Get one more of these. It's safe for you to love. All right, I love it. And let's see if anybody hiding anything.